What's up everyone? Welcome to ARTV. It's time for one of the most requested lists that I've had ever since I released my top 25 worst songs of the year list, which of course you can see any of my countdowns that I have done so far in 2014 in the description down below. This list is the top 10 worst albums of 2014. Now worst can mean several different things in my book. Worst can mean god awful, and you'll see that many times here on this list. And it can also mean the most disappointing, like the biggest letdowns, and that just made it terrible for me. I mean, maybe there were some mediocre songs all throughout this thing, and it made the whole thing just kind of feel like a muddled mess. And it wasn't that it was necessarily the worst thing ever, but in my mind, it was just such a letdown that it made it on this list. So that's what you can expect here on the 10 worst albums of 2014. Be sure to let me know a few of yours in the comments section down below, and don't forget to go down to that top link right there to donate to the channel to help these videos keep coming. Kicking off our list at number 10, we have Helios by The Fray, an album that just kind of feels like a clusterfuck of emotions. Like they went here, they went there, they went for this nostalgia factor here, they tried to play off of the 80s here, and it just made for kind of a convoluted listen that didn't really do anything for me. There were some tracks on there that I thought were pretty entertaining. The single Love Don't Die was good, and I love that opening track, Hold My Hand, but other than that, I mean, this album is just there and it's just forgettable. Coming in at number 9, we have Yumi at 6 with Cavalier Youth. This time around, this band went for kind of a streamlined sound, I feel like, and it utterly failed. I don't think that they realized that they lost a lot of that raw emotion and anger that I felt like was being channeled in some of their other records, like Sinners Never Sleep. That record totally got me. I really got into that one, and then this one comes along, and it's just another one of those huge letdown and disappointment. It's like a dad or a mom telling you that I'm not angry, but I'm just disappointed. Next up, we have Say Anything with the guitarless record Hebrews. While initially I figured that this record would be higher up on the list, I've given it a few more plays, and it still does not sit well with me because I cannot wrap my head around it or process why anyone would really love this record, but it's just my opinion and I get that. But for me, personally, the problem that I have with Hebrews is that it's just a fucking mess. It's a nightmare to process. I mean, all of these instruments are running wild and rampant in the background, and Max Bemis is doing the whole meta thing where he plays off of talking about himself and his own songwriting, and he thinks he's really clever, I feel like, a lot of the times, but it's just not. Some of these songs are really hard for me to listen to, like 666, one of the singles from this record. I know that seems like a total go-to for me to complain about this record, but there's a lot of other moments that I just don't feel like diving into again. If you want to see my review of any of these records, you can check the link in the description down below. Next, it's time to tear into Nicki Minaj, who comes in at number 7 with her album, The Pink Print. I'm sure a lot of you guys saw this one coming, and I'm not letting you down. It's on this list for a reason, though. It's like she tried to go for a totally different style here on this one, other than a couple of club bangers that she just randomly threw in there, and of course Anaconda being one of those. But the rest of this album, I admire that she wanted to go for another style, I guess, but it just comes off so lifeless and so boring. I'm sitting there struggling to make it through this record again as I'm kind of analyzing where albums are going to land on the worst of the year list. And The Pink Print just doesn't have much to offer. She doesn't have enough interesting stuff to say lyrically to make it stand out from its bland production. Number 6 is one that I hate to put on here, but it's the newest offering from The Used. It's called Imaginary Enemy. I liked their previous effort, prior to this one of course. That one's called Vulnerable. It came out in 2012. but they kind of tried to incorporate some new things, and I like it when bands can pull that off, but The Used didn't really do it in a very classy or a very, I don't know, effective way. Album starts off great, definitely had my attention with that lead single Cry and the track Revolution are two kind of a 1-2 combo right there, but after that point, oh man, this thing gets rough. I almost forgot that The Used put out an album this year. That's how forgettable this thing is and how unimportant its release was. It didn't move me enough to make me remember that they even put something out. Number 5, we have Savages by Theory of a Dead Man. It was the first album, I think, this year that I gave a 1 out of 5 to, and I know you're probably surprised that there are albums that charted higher than this, but like I said, it's the disappointment and just the other factors that go into it. I mean, what do I even have to say about this record? I mean, there's not that much more I can add on top of my gripes that I added in my review. This album is Theory of a Dead Man being themselves these days. I mean, they had a few decent songs when they started, and I do like the track Drown off of this record, but that's the extent of it right there. I mean, listen to the track Blow, and it's just like they're desperately trying to get on rock radio. They had a hit with that track Hate My Life, and it's like they were like, oh, let's put out another song that's like basically the same thing, except let's just repackage it. That's basically a Theory of a Dead Man record, though, in general. Hey, Nickelback, I'm looking at you, too. Oh, Chris Brown and your album X. Didn't think I'd be talking about this thing again, but here we are on the worst albums of the year list. Revisited this thing and it was just painful. I mean, what are you guys putting me through? Really? I had to revisit that piece of shit for you guys? You better be grateful. Nah, I'm joking. I'm just happy to see those smiling faces out there. Here's a synopsis for you. Chris Brown flip-flops back and forth between being an asshole and being just the gentleman and the ladies guy that just wants to be in a relationship, and he's so misunderstood. There's a lot of misfires when it comes to the production, a lot of terrible guest features, and Chris Brown's auto-tune just... The dude can actually sing, so why not tone it down a little bit on the auto-tune effects, huh? We're getting close. Maroon 5 clocks in at number 3 with their album V. What is it with albums that were named after Roman numerals this year? V? X? Anything else that I'm missing? Huh? V is another one of those really disappointing ones just because I was such a big fan of Maroon 5's early work. Songs about Jane, especially the album It Won't Be Soon Before Long, that one's probably turned into my favorite, and even some of their stuff off of Hands All Over. I mean, I was pretty into Maroon 5 back in the day, but now I just look at them and I'm like, what have you become? It's like someone who's turned into a werewolf. Oh wait, that happened in the Animals music video. I forgot. Thanks, Adam Levine. I can't help but feel like this band is just a facade, a front for Adam Levine's solo project. I mean, if the band ever did, like, all walk away, I'm pretty sure Adam would stick with the name just because it's popular. Don't get me wrong, I like singles like Maps and even the promotional single, It Was Always You, probably my favorite on the record right there. But beyond that, what do they have to offer us? A bunch of watered down, 80s-leaning pop rock garbage that has no more appeal than the strip club on a Tuesday night. I had a lot of fun reviewing that 1,000-Foot Crutch album. I did that episode of Bitchin' Kitchen. I'll probably bring that back at some point if you guys did enjoy that. But this album, Oxy Inhale, it's just another step down the ladder. It's like, actually this time, it just kind of feels like, you know, when you miss a couple of steps, like when you're coming down a ladder really fast and then you just kind of like fall over backwards. That was Oxy Inhale right there. Number 1, what was the worst album of 2014? What was it? What was it? You tell me, you should know. You guessed it. You probably saw it coming if you watched this channel. Attila! Guilty Pleasure. This band thinks they are so awesome and making so much creative stuff, but the fact is they are not. The music is so bland to begin with, but add in those terrible lyrics that are just all about just like fuck everything, fuck authority, fuck this, fuck everything that brings you down. That's their attitude. I mean, see where this band is in 10 years, please. I really would love to get an update on Franz. Oh, wait, I'm getting a palm reading right now. It's coming in through the ARTV signals. Oh, what's this? Franz is in rehab tab for partying too much. And he's got his own... Oh, no, just kidding. He doesn't have a reality show because no one gives a shit. For the record, this is all just my opinion, and a lot of this was for comedic effect. If you like any of these artists, bands, or any of these particular albums, then I do not hate you or think less of you, even if it was Guilty Pleasure by Attila. Please be sure to hit the like button on this video and subscribe to the channel if you did enjoy this video. I have a lot of album reviews on the way. 2015 is going to be a great year for music. I can feel it. A lot of bands that I'm excited about are putting out material this year, so make sure you subscribe and don't miss a single review in 2015. Thanks for watching ARTV. I will see you very soon right here on this channel.